Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the middle of June. So this will be your mid-June monthly bonus reading. Now do keep in mind that this reading is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and if it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs, check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Also, I do not do personal readings, so if you get a message from someone that's not me, do not get scams. But let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Pisces. Now, I would ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. There's also a link out to my Instagram account in the description below if you'd like to give me a follow there. All right. Let's make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and take 3 cards to clarify as we go along, and we'll also take these 3 Kipper cards here. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, you know, this is choices and decisions here. You can see there's actually like a lot going on. There's this dolphin coming out of the water. It's nighttime. The ship is sailing through in the night. They're deciding, do they stay on land or do they go out to shore, right? And so, you know, for this person, this is a real like sort of weighing of options, weighing of opportunities, kind of going back and forth between situations in their life. This can also bring about changes in financial situations. By default, it's a good change, but it can say that there's sort of money it's this juggling or fluctuating wealth type of energy where it's like money's coming in, money's going out, or there's just potentially a change in the financial situation in your life here. I would say, again, by default, this is good. And I will say, I'll talk about this 5 of Pentacles some more. It is in the hopes and fears. So what I will say is, obviously, abundant thinking is not going to fix everything. Like, an abundant mindset isn't going to fix everything, right? Money's not going to start falling out of the sky. But it is better than not thinking abundantly. So like, abundant thinking can really only help you from my experience. And what I will say is we're looking at this maybe idea of change in finances. It's going to be very important that you do keep your thoughts positive and optimistic for the future here, okay? Now, in the current situation, you have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups, this could be you, Pisces, right? This could be any water sign. Really, the King of Cups is somebody who's looking to, well, really, they've created emotional mastery in their life. They are extremely emotionally intelligent, okay? And, you know, this is somebody that when you talk to the King of Cups, they're not only listening to you, but they're really hearing you. And so there's this feeling of being heard when you talk to a King of Cups or a Queen of Cups. I don't attach gender to the cards, so just a friendly reminder as we have a page, 2 kings, so forth and so on. You can take on any of these qualities, just energies. But this person here, you can see that they're sitting in water, and not only have they created sort of a mastery over their emotions, but they're actively putting that to work here as they're needing to maybe weather a storm. And, you know, this talks about being calm in the face of emotional adversity. And, you know, for some of you here, I think this is probably related to finances, right? And recognizing that emotional attachments to money are a real thing, but also recognizing that sometimes, especially when it comes to money, we cannot, you know, when it comes to money, we have to do what we can to remove those emotional attachments. And I think maybe some of you are doing that here with finances in particular. I think that's probably what's going on. And just recognizing that the changes are, for me, I'm somebody who believes that there are no coincidences personally. And some of you may be recognizing that as you maybe go through changes here. In the problem position, you have the World. This is Saturn. Okay, Saturn is Saturn doesn't play around, Pisces, okay? Saturn is no joke. We are in this Saturn retrograde, which is interesting. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just really asking you to sort of keep a strong schedule, make sure that you're doing, like, engaging in healthy habits, time management, routines, so forth and so on. Kind of keeping up on those is going to really help yourself here. The world is the completion of a cycle. It's in the problem position, though. It's like right now, something's trying to be completed in your life, or you're trying to complete something, and there may be a little bit of a roadblock. That could be what's coming in here. But let's just see how that unfolds a little bit more as we go along, okay? In the past, you have the Page of Pentacles. So thing is, there's been some sort of opportunity or offer here in your past. The Page of Pentacles is a really nice card that says that potentially your prospects in life are looking good. It is possible that there's been word that something's been going well in your life here, or you've had good news that has come into your life financially. This is because we're looking at the Pentacles suit. The Pentacles does refer to finances, but it also refers to just earthly issues of the material. So that can be like your home, that can be your home environment. It could be academia, by the way, like studying, anything like that, knowledge. And so it is possible that there's just been some developments in those areas here. And again, taking a look with that Two of Pentacles on the bottoms, I think there's been some like changes for you in those areas. I think that there's been some updates as well. And now it's just kind of rolling, allowing the tide to sort of come to shore for you, metaphorically speaking, in these areas, and just recognize that you're probably guided here at this time and guided along your path. In the future, you have the King of Swords. So this is, there's this theme here, there's this narrative here building around like this, a more serious sort of narrative or a more serious sort of approach that you may be taking. And, Saturn or the universe may be asking you to take a more serious approach to something, okay? And I think that this is probably good. Again, like the Saturn retrograde is actually a big blessing. It's like a big opportunity to sort of create or build your headquarters or build your foundation. And just recognize that it's not like doom and gloom. It's just an opportunity here for you to maybe take a stern look or a serious look at like the habits that you have in your life, or the routines, the methods that you use to sort of your in your day-to-day. And this, in sort of incorporating a more serious approach to those areas, like the King of Swords, you can accumulate big success in your life. And so this is kind of what I feel like is going on here. And also just recognizing that there is a cycle that you can complete, but maybe it's just a matter of approaching something in a more stern manner. And yeah, that may be coming forward. On your thoughts, on your conscious awareness, or on your mind here, you do have the Ten of Wands. There might be a mental burden here. Okay, this is the spot of your mind, your mental activity. Ten of Wands can be a burden, and you can see that this person's carrying wands uphill. They're carrying the weight of the world on their back, but I always like to say with the Ten of Wands, it does, for me, it's like the universe chose you to carry this burden for a reason, and it's because you can complete it. The 10, any 10 in the tarot does represent a completion. And remember, we have this World card, which is a big cyclical completion. We have that in the problem position. So it's like, what you need to complete. You know that there's something here that you need to complete. It may be like showing up as a bit of a burden here that is coming in your mind. But the thing is, ultimately, you know how to do it. It's just a matter of maybe doing it and taking a stern, I keep saying that word, but it's because we have this World and King of Swords card showing up, but that's the word that's coming in, so that may be something to consider. Taking a stern approach to just completing it, or serious. Now, in the subconscious, the lower row, or what is hidden, what you can't see, you do have this Three of Cups energy. Really love the Three of Cups in this case. Three of Cups is really an energy of like joy, celebration. You can see the three friends or the three sisters here dancing on the cups above. The cups are overflowing, spilling over with happiness here. This is not about a third-party situation. This is not about, suspect energy at all, because we do not have anything related to relationships or heartbreak or anything. This is a good energy, okay? Three of Cups in this case is a very good energy of you celebrating here in the future. And again, I think it's sort of like, do the work now and you'll free up time to enjoy yourself here in the future, or just have more energy to put into something here in the future. In the future, in the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you're influencing the situation here, you have the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is a feeling of being overwhelmed, okay? There's definitely an overwhelming feeling here with the Ten of Wands, but again, there's a solution. There is a solution, and you have it. It's just a matter of maybe, for you, Pisces, maybe it's putting it all on the table and saying, okay, here's what I have to do, here's how I'm gonna do it, here's my plan for execution, so forth and so on, right? I know this is very logical for you, Pisces. I know, right? This is a very logical way of, there's a whole lot of logic showing up here in this reading. Not that you can't be logical. I'm just saying, Pisces, you like to swim in the ocean. I hear you. But there is a sort of more stern, we'll just say energetically masculine kind of way of approaching this. The sort of more yang side of life that you may be taking here at this time. In the external influence, you have the Strength card. So this is willpower. This is your ability to overcome the obstacle, to overcome the hurdle. And this is about internal obstacles and really having courage. You can see that this person is taming a lion, and it takes a lot of courage to walk next to a lion, right? And so for you, it's like recognizing that you do have that ability. And that's what I feel like saying to you. I can say it to you as much as I want to. I can say this to you until I'm blue in the face, Pisces, but it's you who must do it. Like Morpheus said, this is one of my favorite quotes ever. I can only open the door for you. It is you who must walk in. It is you who must walk through. And so it's like and so it's like, you know how to open the door and you know how to walk through the door. You just have to walk through the door. In the hopes and fears, you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this is showing up in your hopes and fears. This is not about losing money. Okay, this is about your fear of losing something. Because we have the Two of Pentacles change energy here on the bottom, and then we have this fear of scarcity or fear of loss showing up. And so again, remember, abundant thinking is not going to fix everything, but it certainly is not going to hurt. Because your thoughts help attract outcomes. And if you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose this, is it possible that that's more likely to happen if that's how you're thinking? Yeah, it's probably possible. Or if you keep thinking more on the abundant side of life, which is, there are so many opportunities, I have so many different paths to go, there are so many different, situations that I can put myself in, you'll receive more situations to put yourself in, right? And so in the outcome here, you have the Hermit, removing distractions, okay? Removing distractions at this time. This person prefers to maybe go at it alone. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be isolated. In fact, you're not, because you have this Three of Cups, which is more about your social circle. But I'm saying what I am saying is sometimes you have to take a step away. And again, like you're listening to me, right? But sometimes you have to listen to yourself. And, sometimes you have to be like, okay, I know I can do this. Okay, I know I can open the door. I know I can walk through the door. And this is what I feel like you're doing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these three cards here. All right, so Six of Wands, King of Wands, and the Three of Wands, all wands. So this is amazing. I love the clarity here. I love the clarity here. The Three of Wands says that small wins eventually build up to big wins over time. The Three of Wands is the initial win. It is the small win that builds up into the second win, into the bigger win, which is the Six of Wands. You have both of these wins in the Suit of Wands showing up in the clarifications. So this is you successfully closing out the cycle. This is you successfully opening the door and walking through the door. This is you working through the burdens here. You have the King of Wands energy as well, which is really nice. The King of Wands, some of you may be business owners, entrepreneurs, freelancers, or you just love what you do, or you're moving into what you love what you do, or you're moving into the direction of doing something that you love for your career. Wands is the suit of work and enterprise. Again, this is like 100% on the table and possible for you at this time. It's a matter of, I'm going to say, discipline, and the more yang, sort of logical, masculine kind of side that we all have. We all have the yin and the yang. We all have the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and just taking on that energy for yourself at this time to make this happen. In these 3 Kipper cards, we have the mature woman, main male, and the poverty card. Letting go of the poverty consciousness here, okay? Letting go of the poverty mindset. That's just very clear. Again, I don't see loss for you. I see changing the mindset and letting go of the crippling burden of the potential of loss, when I don't think that's even there. I think you're creating a potential that doesn't exist in your mind, right? And so again, you could create a potential for gain in your mind as well. And that's kind of what I feel like saying. Mature man, mature woman, main male. And I feel like this is just a really nice dichotomy that I've been talking about in this entire reading, which is blending out this masculine and this feminine energy that we all have and that you have to help you bring this situation into existence. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.